Okay, what's going on, everyone? Thanks for joining my channel. This video, I'm just going to be talking about, how I see a lot of our natural things that we are and what we do is just really weird. And I just wonder about a lot of stuff. I'm just going to be ranting about just a whole bunch of things. There's just a lot of things that don't make sense to me, and one, and this is just our nature, y'all. I'm going to be speaking about some stuff that you're probably going to feel awkward about, but it's just the truth and it's who we are. There's no point in being ashamed or, to get some kind of way. But anyway, the first thing that I will talk about is sex and masturbation and why, it's on the one hand, it's a great thing, but then, everything leading up to when I ejaculate, it's like, what was the point of it? It's like right when I ejaculate, it's like, oh man, why did I do that? Like, like what was I doing? Or like, oh, it felt good, but now that I, did this, I just feel kind of disgusted a little bit. As weird as that may sound, I don't know if other people are like that. I have people in my family that told me that they're the same way. So I don't know if that's just me and my blood and a lot of us are like that, but you might be, you might not be. But how I see this thing, and I know this is going to sound weird, but it kind of seems like we're being teased with this line between natural and living up to some kind of way that society and everybody else, how they do things. And it just seems like a joke to me. It just seems like if there is a God, like he's teasing us, like God is like playing little games, like, when you see a real hot chick, all the guys want the hot chick, but that all of them ain't gonna get it. And then what happens? Then jealousy comes in, then envy and anger and resentment and, oh, I can't have her, but he has her. It's like all these things that we do in our nature. And, we really are animals. We're animals. And look at our whole history. Look what we've been doing in our whole history. We've been killing each other. We've been going to war. We have been, going into people's tribes and decimating their tribes and killing their women and children and all this other stuff. In the name of what? In the name of what? You see, these are the things that I think about. And there's a lot of other stuff that I think about. I could sit here and ramble on for hours about stuff that just makes no sense. It just makes no sense at all. To me, I don't know if any of you are married. And, you can still watch the video if you're married. It's not, you don't have to listen to what I'm saying, but I was talking to my mom about this the other day, and she has a totally different aspect on things than what I do. And, she still believes in God and believes in hell. And, she has a lot of other things on her mind that I just don't let stay on my mind or think about all the time. And she agrees with, oh, well, you should get married. And this is nothing against my mother, because I have a really, really deep love for my mother. My mother is someone that I love more than anybody. And I'm sorry if there's somebody that watching that you didn't have a mother in your life. And I really am sorry for that, because I know I had things that I didn't have in my life neither. So it ain't like, I just had it all great and stuff. But anyway, this whole marriage thing, like, if you like the person you're with, or you know that you're going to be with them, and you're going to be living together, and you get along, and you just connect, you just click, it's just something natural. Why do you have to go to a man to have them recite some words over you, in the eyes of God, to tell you that you can be together, and you're showing everybody you're together? It's like, why do you have to do that? Why do you have to prove a point, or show everybody, hey, look, I'm getting married? And then that's all it is it's a bunch of money. When you get married, you got to pay for all this stuff, and then you're both putting this big expectation on each other, because now you're committed. Now you can't do what maybe you want to do if you want to do something outside of that. So that's why I say don't get married in the first place, because if you change your mind, then what? Listen, if people are married, they're married. That's none of my business. That's their business if they want to do that. But I know I'm not going to do it. And this all correlates in with the whole sex thing. And, it's sorry to say this, but, if you're with somebody for years and years and years, like I said, unless you have some kind of natural connection, and you get along, and you really like their company, the sex is going to get old. It's going to get repetitive, and you're going to get tired of it, and it's not going to be fun like it was before. These newlywed people, they're so excited for this day, and they're so excited to live the rest of their lives. But then what usually happens? And how many divorces are there in America? My parents got divorced. The guy next to me got divorced. So many other people got divorced that I know. It's just crazy. It's like, why did you do that in the first place? You see, that's kind of what I'm saying. And if you're married, then you're married. I'm not trying to break up your marriage and all that. So, but then it just goes back to the sex thing. It's like, we want to have sex. We desire to have sex. We're human beings. And it's such a natural thing that how can it be wrong to have sex? If you mutually both want to do it, and I believe that's the word, mutual. If you both want to do it, then I don't see anything wrong. If you're wearing protection and you're not hurting or killing anyone and all that, I don't see anything wrong with it. Now, I'm not saying go around like a madman just banging all kinds of women and banging all kinds of girls and stuff. If that's what you do, though, that's what you do. It's none of my business what you do with your body and what you do with your sex life. But if we would be safe about it, then we wouldn't have to have these expectations about everything. You see, that's kind of what I'm getting to. We wouldn't have to have these standards and expectations if we could all just be aware of what we're doing, and we could be safe, and we could just watch the things that we do and just be free with it. We wouldn't have to have this standard and expectation about if when you do it, you have to stay with that person, or you have to start a family, and you have to do A to B to A, back and forth. It's like you do it and then you move on. It's like it's not that big of a deal. We live and we die. It's like, why go our whole lives, holding back what we want to do? Like, what is the point of it? And I'm kind of getting off track here. I lose train of thought just like everybody else, but there's so many other things involved with it that it just doesn't make sense to me. We were given these instincts and we were given this natural drive. We were given these compulsions, so to speak, to do things. And, I just had a dream about some hot lady that, I'm not going to get into it, but, she was really hot and she just was like perfect in the dream. And I don't remember what she looks like, but she was perfect. And, it's like, well, then why doesn't this woman come along in my life? And, why can't I be with somebody that I click with or connect with? And that's for a lot of us. We're asking, well, why can't that just happen? And it never happens. It never happened for me yet. And I don't, like I said, I don't want to be in a, quote, relationship or marriage. I don't want to do that. If I have anything, I just want girlfriends. And however you take that is how you take it. But I would like to have girlfriends that I can call and that they can call me when they, want to talk or whatever. That's what I'm going for. And I don't have none yet, but that would be great if it happened, but it didn't happen yet. So, and I don't want to get in this commitment. You see, I don't want to put this standard and expectation and get caught in this stronghold, so to speak. That's how it seems to me. I don't know. Maybe I will change my mind down the road when I settle down a lot more than what I'm settled down now. But right now, it's just not going to happen. That's not my mindset. That ain't how I think. It's just like slavery to me. And if there is a God, these rules that have been set before us are just, I think they're ridiculous. It keeps you like a slave. It would keep me, I'd feel like a slave. I'd feel like I'm in bondage. And I won't praise a God like that in my mind. See, it's in the mind. It's not something they wrote in a book and all that. You have this stuff in your mind. It's right here. So anyway, I got off track. I'm just rambling here, but it's not, this is stuff that we all think about. It's just nobody will talk about it. It's, I don't hear too much free speech on YouTube or anywhere anymore. I don't hear just people just talking about what's on their mind and what they're thinking. And I got a bunch of other stuff, but I'm going to end the video here because it's already long enough. But yeah, if you got something out of this video or any of my other videos, you know what to do. Subscribe if you can. Thanks for watching. SBN Lifestyle. Later.